They say that life imitates art, and that's exactly what it is for Josh Herdman, pro MMA fighter and star of Harry Potter, as he goes into the cage here at ROC to face Sam Radley in what aims to be an absolutely amazing welterweight bout.
Now, will Sam Radley pull some magic out of the MMA spellbook, or will Herdman wave his magic wand? Expelliarmus!
This is an amateur bout, 3 3-minute rounds. Please welcome to the cage, Samuel Radley.
Konnichiwa, Haseo, Sawadee Cup, Ni Hao. I'm Will Vanders, your sportscaster, joined cage-side by Rob Nutley. Tonight from London, England, the Brentwood International Centre presents Rise of Champions 5, the ultimate challenge for some of MMA's established and most promising rising stars. An unrivaled presentation here, talent in abundance, bringing some of the world's and the UK's top MMA practitioners. Well, we've got 2 title bouts in prospect. And as I mentioned here, cage side with me, calling the plays, Mr. Rob Nutley. Rob, what an event.
It looks to be a fantastic event so far. We've had some amazing fights, Will. The amateur card has proved to be phenomenal. And that's a word I don't use lightly. But right now, we're moving into the welterweights, and it's Samuel Radley versus Josh Herdman. Samuel just making his way into the cage now.
So wearing the blue stripes.
And his opponent, please welcome Josh Herdman.
Sam Radley, but might have his work cut out here tonight because, well, this is a famous face from the world of film and television. Got a record of 1-0, fights out of Pro MA. Josh Herdman, Shodan black belt, traditional jiu-jitsu, and he's also a Harry Potter star. Rob.
That's right, he starred in Harry Potter as Gregory Goyle. When he came here earlier in his career, he had a win at Rise of Champions 2, I believe, and that went absolutely bonkers. The video of him winning went viral, and it did superb hits around the internet, so it'll be interesting. This man obviously has a huge following online. It'll be interesting to see if that online community is tuned in tonight, and if you are, welcome to Rise of Champions.
So the brainchild of UFC legend Brad One Punch Pickett and the legendary Mickey Pappas, they're bringing incisive matchmaking in only the way they can to deliver not only fan favourites, but the fighters' favourites. So our first bout on the main card here tonight, an amateur welterweight clash. Josh Herdman, Samuel
Partnered
Radley.
by Scramble. Ladies and gentlemen, Rise of Champions number 5 presents 3 3-minute rounds of amateur action in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in officially at 169.2 pounds. Making his debut as an amateur this evening, representing Fight Sports Gym and from London, England, he is Samuel Radley. And his opponent across the cage in the red corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 170.2 pounds. An amateur record of a single win, no defeat, representing Pro My MMA from Hounslow, England. He is Josh Herdman. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Sam Amity.
So making things official, our MC, Mr. Buddy Johnson, handing over to our referee for this our first bout on the main card, Mr. Sam Amidi. Josh Herdman takes on Samuel Radley.
Get her out to the centre, the touch of gloves of mutual respect. And it's Herdman just pops out the jab. Samuel with a good jab of his own, dips his head well, good head movement.
So great hands there from Radley from the get-go. Left, right, left combination, but heavy hands there There's the body slam. He goes up, he goes down and hits the mat. Sensational. Samuel Radley taking advantage of the situation. HERDMAN, well, rushing in just a little bit where fools fear to tread, ending up in this compromised position. Working his feet off the wire though, in cross guard. Samuel Radley controlling it from the top.
HERDMAN doing well, turns well on his back, just trying to regain the guard or maybe half guard position. Needs to slide that knee underneath. The cross legs, steps over the hook. Radley on top, doing a good job. Possibly looking to try and get that knee across to the mount position. Good work, does well, gets it there.
From side control, great transition into this mount. Just being held closely in by Josh HERDMAN, just not allowing him anything. But HERDMAN having to turtle up there and give his back, but up to the upright, and things start to take a different tone now.
HERDMAN did well, but now he finds himself back on his back with Radley on top position. Radley just trying to work from that side mount position. HERDMAN trying to buck and roll, tries to turn. Radley just looking to assert himself in position before committing himself.
So quite happy on his back, Josh HERDMAN.
Tries to scramble, does well, gets his way back up to his feet. Great work. Beautiful.
So I have to say, for a man with predominantly boxing skills, Samuel Radley's bringing a great ground game here. Really looking to take it to the mat, and Josh HERDMAN with that big wide sprawl there, just trying to keep that leg position out wide, not allowing Radley to do it. But there's the strength and the power. Radley able to pick up HERDMAN and slam him down with that body slam.
And that was showing some great strength there, Will. Like you said, just from that single leg, able to just pop up.
Now the neck being caught there in that guillotine, and HERDMAN not wanting to let that go. Now don't forget, this guy's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's not going to want to give that up easy. Radley does very well to slip that, but this time it's HERDMAN in the mount. Down go the punches in this ground and pound battle here. HERDMAN being pulled in, being spoiled, but he's really got the upper hand here now if he can throw and land these punches.
Yeah, he needs to get that forearm across the face. So if he can just drag his arm across, push the head down, flatten it out, fire that shot. Radley doing a good job. He's keeping the head in tight to the stomach. And as I say that, the bell goes and they go back to their corners after what was a topsy-turvy, very busy first round.
Well, a pendulum round. It swung one way. Radley definitely had the upper hand going into it from the beginning of the round. Radley turned it around though, and you know, kept pressurizing HERDMAN towards the end of the round, got a bit of purchase and started to make it happen. Fairly even going through. If anything, I'd say Radley had edged it, but some great body slams there, 2 in one round. Well, that's not a number you want to enjoy looking at.
That's right, those single leg takedowns were absolutely phenomenal. He lifted his opponent up in the air so high to generate that much power and strength from such a short distance. Beautiful work. And not only once, but twice.
Going into 2 of this scheduled 3 3-minute rounds. HERDMAN looking composed. Radley eager to get to it.
So they meet in the middle. HERDMAN, Superman punch, closes the distance. Looks to use a wizard, didn't quite get what he wanted. Finds himself in trouble with Radley in the mount position. Tries to buck, tries to weave HERDMAN. Gets himself over, beautiful work. Scrambles well and finds himself now in the guard of Radley. Radley holding on tight, keeping the distance nice and close.
HERDMAN on the ground likes to drive forward here and go for the ground and pound. Tries to land in heavy punches. That jiu-jitsu background really coming to the fore. Did a beautiful transition and scrambled out. Landed in an unfortunate position, but he's now managed to turn things around. Still driving forward. The wire's in the way, but he pushes his man back. Just trying to get up so he can land the shots.
That's right. If he can keep Radley flat on his back, he's looking to just find a way to break that grip and posture up. Strikes to the body to soften his man, bring the arms down, trying to hold that position. Radley doing a great job, trying to find his feet, takes the leg with him.
There's the guillotine now, HERDMAN hanging on. HERDMAN trying to get some submission moves going on here.
Yeah, it was a difficult position as he was driven backwards there, Will, to hold on to that neck. The head pop free for Radley, and now Radley finds himself top position again. The half guard from HERDMAN on the bottom. But good work by Radley, just in the top position.
So HERDMAN has sneaked some slipsy submission moves on in this first and second round that we've seen so far. He's capable of causing problems and working off his back there on the ground, just causing problems for Radley, tying his man up. And can't get past that half guard, Radley. Can't do anything meaningful. But he's got the power, so he might be looking to lift his man up to try and break that clinch that Radley's being held in by HERDMAN, just being pulled on and spoiled all the time.
Well, HERDMAN just keeping that wrist control, just trying to keep Radley from being able to fire that right hand. His legs go up, he's covering well, he looks to get the triangle, beautiful. He slipped his leg through, now he just needs to turn on his hips, get that foot up in behind his knee.
And he slammed down, but the arm is through. And he's lost the grip, just lost the triangle on the neck. But he's still got the arm through, and he's still got the head there. But the power that Radley has, he just lifts his man up and slams him down.
Tries to get the armbar, HERDMAN, but he's just not quite in the correct position. If he'd have been able to keep it just a bit tighter, it would have been okay, but you can see, Will, from our position, we can quite clearly see the arm under the body there. It's not quite in the correct position, and Radley does the right thing, slips his body out.
Well, HERDMAN has posed the danger here. We've seen attempts at a guillotine. We've seen that triangle come up in the armbar. And it's all HERDMAN in terms of dangerous, dangerous play here. No doubt that the strength lies with Radley, but this is not a game about power and strength. It's a game about skill. And you can see the trainer of Radley really giving it to him in the corner.
That's right. HERDMAN with a very, very good defensive performance. And as you said, the trainer having a word with his fighter at the moment, just kind of talking him through the strategy for the next round. For Radley, he must feel quite frustrated. He had moments in that round where he was in top position, comfortable, could have found himself striking, but HERDMAN just keeps busy, keeps active, keeps giving Radley something to think about, constantly moving position and constantly trying to add that submission. So Radley needs to be very careful and aware of HERDMAN, and HERDMAN needs to carry on doing what he's doing because he's not doing a bad job.
Third and final round in this matchup, and it really has been a sparky encounter. The power resides with Radley, but the skill set with Josh HERDMAN. Third and final round, this is where it all counts. Too close to call as of yet, but I've got a very funny feeling there's going to be a decisive element to this bout coming up in the third round. Well, a left and a right. Good strong punches there from HERDMAN. HERDMAN steps it up now, lifts the rate of play here and really brings the action to Radley. Radley's got the strength for the two legs, lifts his man up and takes him down, drives forward but being held in that open guard. And sadly, Josh HERDMAN having to work off his back from what was such an aggressive start to this.
Beautiful transition there from HERDMAN. Looks to get the armbar. It might be in here. Beautiful roll by Radley.
Josh HERDMAN not giving up that arm, and he's holding. He's really, really trying to pull that arm straight and get the legs to do the job, but he can't. Radley has the power. Oh, look at those guns fired up there, holding that, and there's the strength. He lifts his man up to break the lock.
HERDMAN held on to that armbar, unable to get it.
I have to say, on any other day, on any other player, that would have been a submission. Those guns fired up on Radley. He's really got an upper body musculature that's powerful enough to make him and allow him to break those locks. But yeah, under any other day, HERDMAN would have had that in the bank.
Beautiful work by Radley, just keeping on that top position, not allowing HERDMAN any space. You can see the angle of his neck there and the angle of his head makes it very difficult for him to be able to adjust or move. HERDMAN really needs to have a look to post an arm out and look to climb the fence, or at least turn on his hips so that he can adjust his head position.
He slips a little oblique trip, as it were, to slide his man's leg out there. So he's managed to turn away from the wire. That was just a little slipsy push there. But Radley has the power to just lift his man up at will and drop him down again. And Josh HERDMAN just cannot get a purchase here, but it could all change. So side mount and that cross position there, Radley, can he do anything with it?
Herman looking to go deep, looks to get that arm underneath the body and push Radley past, maybe looking to go out the back door, but changes tack. Radley in a very good position at the moment, quite a solid side mount, but as I said that, Herdman just pushes through, gets that guard, regains that defensive position. Radley trying to find space to fire, keep him very busy on top, making Herdman work for it. Good call. Referee Sam Amidi gets them back to their feet.
Well, all to play for now. We're coming up to the end of the round, and it's a real scramble to try and get some action rolling here.
And that was some beautiful transitions there. Both guys having their moment, shall we say, in that scramble, and Radley again ending up in that top position, Harmon on his back.
Herdman really has been unfortunate the way things have played out for him in those takedowns. Sometimes I thought he really had the upper hand, but then he always ended up with Radley on top and in control. Well, this was a technical bout. This was technical skills versus real raw power. The raw power of Radley and the technical skills of Herdman. Herdman put some submission moves on. Will they count enough to give him a slight points advantage with the judges? What do you reckon, Rob?
Well, it was a great 3 rounds of war to watch from our position. Both guys having their moments. Very, very tough to call, I find, Will. I mean, which way do you go? It's very, very difficult.
I think the body slams will count for a lot of power used there, and those takedowns were very, very decisive. But Herdman had a couple of attempts at guillotines, a couple of attempts at an armbar and a triangle. I think Radley might just edge it with a split decision, first and second round. He used a lot of power and a lot of strength and was in control, but very, very interesting bout. A lot of technicality from Herdman, just couldn't get the shots off.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for both our fighters. Come on!
Mr. Buddy
Inside
Johnson
the
making
cage,
it
3
official.
rounds, and we go to your judges' scorecards. Our first judge scores about 30-27 in favor of the blue corner. Judge 2 scores about 30-27 in favor of the red corner. And our final judge scores about 29-27, declaring your winner by split decision in the red corner, Josh Herdman.
Well, that is a surprise. Josh Herdman takes the win on technicality. It was always going to be a fine call between the power of Radley and the technicality of Herdman. What a result for Josh Herdman. He takes the win here, and the traditional jiu-jitsu specialist, he's a Shodan, well, really lays it down for traditional styles. Rob, what are you going to say about that?
What a great win. I mean, he went for the subs, Will. You know, he was looking to finish the fight. He worked really hard. Great work from Radley. You know, he did a fantastic job defensively. As you said, there was at one point an armbar that most men would have tapped out to. Radley was able to squirm his way out of it and work his way out of it. A great match. A great, great match and a great win for Herdman.
Yeah, it was going to be a tough call, but yeah, nice win for Herdman.